Hey everyone, this is Rob.
Hey, Michelle.
And welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Meet Merp.
Here we are. I don't even know
Here
how
we
to
are.
do the
Hello.
podcast.
What's on the docket this week, Robert?
Yeah, so what's up on the docket? I don't
You want me to take the
I
lead?
feel awkward, but
It feels like we haven't recorded in a long time.
yeah, this is the first episode of the year, so
The vibes are weird.
yeah, kind of a little weird.
And we've also just been recording earlier. And honestly, the past 3 weeks, we've had the podcast out by this time.
Yeah.
Now we're going back to our normal, really bad at publishing on time schedule.
Yeah, so and by first of the year, I mean all of our other previous ones were done before the first year, even if they were published.
Yeah. Like I
After.
said, we were recording really early and then we just stopped doing that.
Yeah, so we are cutting it close, but anyways, we do have a couple of things up on the docket to talk about this year, and it is going to be starting off pretty strong with a run change. So these are the run energy changes that we've been talking about for
I
a
don't
few
remember
months
them
now.
that well.
Luckily, I do, and they have made them really easy to understand, in my
Good.
opinion. So I'll try to make it as easy as possible for anyone that doesn't want to read through all of the numbers. And then we do have Varlamore, the Final Dawn. This is a pretty big quest.
This is a full blog.
Yeah, this is the big finale quest for Varlamore, and this isn't a quest poll, it is a rewards poll. So also some really interesting content that they're talking about introducing into
Yeah.
this next chapter.
The design for a new Slayer mob looks very cool.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff. I mean, spoiler alert, but anyways.
Yes.
And then finally, of course, as always, we'll be ending off with our Q&A. Feel free to join in, ask us any questions, whether it's about RuneScape, other games, or real life. You can ask us on any of our socials, which of course are linked down below, or on our discord.gg/Bunebape. Feel free to join, ask your questions there. We have a section for podcast questions. But before we get into all this super cool stuff that we have this week, Michelle, how's it going?
It's going well. I'm like, how deep in my personal life do I want to go?
Maybe just make it brief.
Okay. I had a lump on my boob that I was very scared about, but the doctor told me today that it's almost very likely something that's benign. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, big happy, more than likely not chancer. So we're
Yeah.
happy about that.
Also, side note that we were talking about, neither of us really likes when people call stuff cancer and they don't like it. And I'm just gonna announce that. I don't like that. You guys can keep doing it, I guess. I don't like people call stuff AIDS either, to be honest.
Okay.
Just wanna let that be known.
Very weird aside. What else is happening?
We might get cats. We've been saying that. Stay tuned. I don't want to get too excited.
Yeah.
But let's just say I'm adding a cat treat to a Chewy basket as we speak. That sounds weird. It sounds like
That
a
does.
spy phrase.
That just sounds like you're like alluding to something way more erotic than it might be.
Chewy.com. It's pet supplies.
Yeah, sure it is. Whatever you say, bud.
Leagues wise, I am still working on Dragon. I've been slacking on doing a lot of crazy tasks, to be honest. So right now I'm just working on skilling tasks. So I'm cutting trees so I can get my construction at 99.
Yeah.
Huge. I need like less than 5,000 more points. So I'm getting pretty close. If I really like hunkered down, is that what you say?
Yeah.
Hunkered down?
No,
Okay.
hunker down.
Hunkered down and really focus for the next few days throughout the weekend, I could get it. Realistically, I'm not going to do that, especially because we're going to cat proof our apartment this weekend.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll get Dragon soon TM, but
Yeah, you're actually really close to it.
I am getting really close. So I do this a lot. I don't know if you noticed. I get really close to finishing something. I do it with shows and books too, and then I slow down.
Yeah.
I'm on the last book in the Stormlight Archives, the newest one. Haven't read it in like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I read it a little bit yesterday, but that's it.
Well, to be fair, you weren't there where the book
Only
is.
for 1 week. But like even back at work for like a week and a half. And before, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why once I'm close to finishing something, I lose motivation a little bit. Still want to do it though. Still plan on doing it. Just taking me a second, and that's okay.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
I have been playing some games here and there, but I did want to take a quick second because I do really like this other thing that I wanted to mention is because we talked about Chancer just a second ago.
He likes saying Chancer.
I did want to mention that Games Done Quick, Awesome Games Done Quick, which is a content creator over on twitch.tv/Awesome Games Done Quick. They are a organization that brings together speedrunners in order to raise money for cancer foundations, and they're doing it again this year as they always do. And I just would recommend going over there and like trying to support them if you can. They've already raised over $40 million
Holy moly.
over their years, and they've already almost reached $1 million as of today for this
Jesus.
particular stream.
When
So
did it start?
a few days ago.
Already a mill?
Yeah,
Oh
so they
gosh.
are really, really cool. I really like them, so I always try to put people onto them when I
I
can.
think we've talked with them before.
Yeah, so you can check out their stream. I mean, you might even check out games and like them, and I know people start speedrunning because they watch it.
Was that the
But
one that hosted someone from RuneScape? Or
um,
that was something else?
I think that was something else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that was also speedrunning for charity.
yeah, yeah. Oh no, no, no. They didn't host them, but yeah, we did
A
have
cold one,
a
right?
cold one was on Games Done Quick.
Oh, the same people.
Same people.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
So they are doing
So
it
they
again.
like RuneScape.
Yeah, exactly. They'll take anyone as long as you are a speedrunner. So
Not.
pretty cool. I'd recommend checking them out. Besides that, I just have been playing a little bit of Warframe, a little bit of Path of Exile, and really not too much else going on. There was a few community highlights that I did kind of have, but it's okay. We'll just probably throw them into next week or something like that.
Honestly, yeah, this week we were planning on doing the year in review, and then you had all the community updates. We're only recording this on one day on Thursday. We were just way too distracted and kind of freaked out about my doctor's appointment today.
Yeah,
So we did not record yesterday, but now we've had a very productive day since then.
yeah, we will hopefully have more stuff from the community for next week. And on top of that, we are going to have our year in review episode we do
So
every
we
year.
keep saying we
Well,
do it every year. We have to.
Yeah, we do it every
We
year.
have
So
to.
we will have a year in review looking back at last year's stuff, last year's achievements, and our future goals with our accounts or just things in general.
I'm really
next
excited to talk
episode.
about our goals, but we keep putting it off.
Yeah, we will do that next episode for anyone looking forward to that.
Oh, I have other news. This year I also really want to start playing. If you don't know, I have so much games on Steam that I don't play.
She's a chronic collector, hoarder of games that she
because
doesn't
I have
play.
a wish list and I have such nice friends that buy me games, or like I'll buy games every once in a while, and then I just play RuneScape and BG3 and that's it. So this year my goal is to actually play some of those games. I finished Life is Strange True Colors last weekend, and I'm feeling very proud of myself, just like Leagues. I've talked about this before. Video games in general are just the same way, where I'm like, well, I can't wait to be done with this.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. It just makes me feel successful to be like, I finished this thing. I like that with books too. So I finished Life is Strange, and it was a fun game, and I liked the story. But most importantly, afterwards, I was like, I've done something.
Okay.
We take our wins where we can get them.
It's a game, but okay.
I've done things with my life. Plays Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Skyrim
But
next, maybe?
yeah, that's definitely not happening. Anyways, if you make sure to check out her stream and see if she actually does that.
The thing
Probably
is,
not.
I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to play on stream, because that makes it a lot more pressure to play games, to feel like I have to do it on
Yeah,
stream.
maybe you need the pressure.
I did Life is Strange last weekend.
Okay.
know.
We can probably get into the episode right about now.
Yes.
So we do have two really big things to go over, and this is going to start off with the run energy changes. This is this week's first update of the year. Pretty strong. They did obviously have a bunch of just like regular blogs and stuff like that over the winter break that we already went over, but this is the first actual update of the year with real changes. And these are the run energy changes, which everyone was at first very apprehensive of because it made you like slower if you were really
Dude,
heavy.
that was weird.
Yeah.
Or made your run region slower.
No, it made it so that your run energy would run out slower and you would regen faster if
made
you were
it really
at a
weird.
high weight. And everyone didn't like this because if you were in any raid kind of setup, for anyone that doesn't remember,
You were screwed.
you would be worse off. It was
Yeah.
straight up a nerf, even at 99
Yeah, and
agility.
Agility as a whole needs a buff. I don't know why
Yeah.
they would even consider nerfing as part of it.
Yeah, exactly. So again, they went back and revised it. Luckily, during the last beta, they had two separate betas for this throughout 2024 that people participated in, and both times overall this was an improvement, but people still didn't feel like it was a good idea at the lower level to be a slight nerf. So they have now made it just to simply put this as easy as possible for anyone that just wants to know if this is good or not. This is straight up an energy drain buff and an
Good.
energy regen buff from level 1 to 99 agility.
Huge. Good. I don't know why they were ever talking about nerfing it when all we do is complain about the run energy system and how bad it is at all times.
Yeah.
That was weird.
They do have a little thing here that says at a glance, here's the things that are changing. So they considerably improved energy regeneration at lower agility levels while leaving it unchanged at 99. That's specifically regen. Then energy drain, the thing I think most people care about more, is it drains more slowly. So this is a buff in all scenarios. At every weight and every agility level, it is
Cool.
better. This becomes more significant the higher agility level and weight you go.
Nice.
Now there are graphs.
Oh my god.
Your favorite part.
No, you take this. That's the biggest graph, and it's just 2 lines. Why'd they make it huge? It's like they want to just. There's nothing even on the top half. Why did they even put that?
Yeah.
This
So
graph is half nothing.
this well,
This is upsetting.
luckily it's easy to understand. So
I can't understand
there's
it.
only 2 lines,
It sickens me.
an old one and a new one, and it just shows your energy drain or your energy restore actually from your agility levels strictly. Not including weight or anything like that. Weight won't have a impact on your energy restore because you're going to be walking, so that doesn't matter. But so essentially this is just smooths out the curve. Before, agility would make you better at regenning, but it would be more of a steeper increase. This is just smooths it out, so you'll have higher regen as soon at level 1. You'll have higher regen. It's a lot higher. It's like twice as much at level 1, and then it goes back to being the same at 99 as it is now, which no one really had a problem with anyways.
Anyway, let's get away from this graph.
Anyways, you can't
Oh
wait
my
for
god,
this.
that was math.
Yeah, I was like, there's more graphs and maths.
I didn't read this blog. I forgot to. Like I said, been distracted this week.
Yeah.
This is upsetting.
No, it's not.
I'm upset.
It's not bad. They even
Can
say.
I read the chat and you'll read the math? I don't
Yeah,
want to
sure.
read this stupid math.
Yeah, go ahead and read the chat.
Is it gonna be bad?
No, this is about energy drain rates.
Is it gonna be bad? Will you warn me?
Just read the first 2 paragraphs. There's only 2 numbers in it.
Just vomit.
Literally 2.
In our last beta, energy drain was almost always slower than behavior used to, where anybody above level 54 agility would always find themselves running longer before their energy drained to 0. A lot of you felt that drain rates were still a little too high, particularly in the early stages of the game, kind of like you said, and that there was still a heavy reliance on passively regenerating by walking or standing still in order to get value out of your agility levels. With that in mind, we adjusted the drain rate further, so that's always an improvement over existing behavior. It can be a little tricky to show these numbers off easily since weight and agility level play a factor now, but we'll try our best. I want to like plug my ears.
No. Also,
No.
as an aside, I wanted to ask and see what people thought about this. I think it's actually a pretty good idea. Someone said that, as a result of this, they think they did a good job, but it would be really cool if now that this is fixed, no one likes standing around waiting for agility, right?
No.
Obviously. No one likes walking and waiting for agility, but it would be cool to add functionality to things already in the game. And so
Okay.
their suggestion, and I'm completely stealing this from someone from Reddit, I didn't think of this, is it would be cool if you're inside of an inn, like an INN, or a pub, and you're just like standing there doing a quest, drinking a beer. If you're just in that area,
Bank standing. But at a
you-
pub.
at a pub or at an inn, you regen your energy a lot faster.
So you'd have like dedicated hot zones for regaining it or
Kind
something?
of.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I find myself in, I don't know, you're in Ardoyne. You're like, I know there's, that pub where the achievement guy is. You're like, okay, I'll go stand there. And then you stand there and regain your energy 3 times as fast or something. Then it's like,
I think I'd want it to be, but this would make it too busted at a bank.
thanks. Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're saying the meta is standing there and doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
You're already doing nothing to be feral bank standing, but you have skills you could do if you want.
that's true.
Yeah.
I just don't know if that would be too strong.
I feel like that might be too
Because
strong.
and people are already, congregating around banks as it is.
Yeah. It would definitely be too strong if it was at a bank, but I worry that no one would really want to do it if it wasn't at a bank because, like, I mean, you could bring stuff to fletch arrows with feathers, I guess, but
Yeah.
that's
I
about
was
it.
thinking maybe it would be cool, maybe not just at inns. That was the original idea.
Mhm.
I was thinking maybe you could expand it to like there was like a few hot spots in each major city because
Mhm.
not every major city has a easily accessible inn or something like that. Obviously, if you're running to Varrock, you run past the inn to get to central
I
Varrock.
only go in there for clues.
So it's like if you walked in there and popped in there and it was like 4 times as fast or something, that would probably be worth it. But in most other cities, probably not.
Yeah. I don't know. I think, I mean, it's definitely more of an iron thing, so I don't really know my thoughts because in my mind,
Because
I'd be
you're
like,
just
I'll just go buy
blasting,
a stamina.
you're just blasting staminas.
But it does suck buying stamina, to be fair. Um, I don't know. I think it's fine. It's just, I'd want to be somewhere where it's not completely dead right now.
Yeah.
But
For
I don't know where it could be that wouldn't be too busted.
for instance, like as it is now, they mention that it takes roughly 4 minutes and 10 seconds to fully. This is at 99 agility.
Ugh.
At level 1, it's 12 minutes, so just three times as long.
Stamina's so
Um,
bad.
to go from 0 energy to 100, just
Mm-hmm.
standing there. So, for instance, like if you did make this, 10 times as fast or something, it would still be, you know, whatever, a minute and 20 seconds for, I don't know what the math is,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say 12 times as fast to make it easy. It would take you 1 minute of standing there as opposed to 12 while walking. So, obviously, you'd probably make up the time.
That's true. I mean, it could be a good place if you're like, I really need to go pee. I'm just going to stand here to get my stamina up.
Yeah. Or if you're like, because I don't know how high they could make it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We don't need to get into the specifics, but I thought it was kind of a cool idea.
I think it's kind of cool. I worry it'd be too busted or nobody would go if it's in the middle of nowhere. I'd
Yeah.
like to hear your guys' thoughts if anyone has any.
Yeah. Let us know what you think of specified energy
Yeah.
regeneration hubs, whatever
Especially
that
because I'm a
is.
main. So I feel like it
Yeah.
doesn't matter as much to me for sure because I can just buy staminas.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so anyways, we can take a look at energy drain. There is a bit of an equation here, but I'm not going to get into it because it's
Thank
a bunch
you.
of numbers, including agility and fractions and stuff like that. I'm not doing that. Anyways, they say we got a lower base drain rate from 67 down to 60, so that's already cool. And a new multiplier which will reduce your drain rate as your agility level increases. That is the big component because previously, as it is now, or as it was before this update, your agility level had no improvement, reduction. It wasn't even in the equation for how fast you drained energy. You just would drain it at the same rate at
That's
1 and at 99.
really bizarre.
So, because they're including agility now, you will always run further than previously.
Yay.
And people have already said that this is a noticeable improvement. I've seen people say that it's a big improvement in raids. I've seen people say it's an improvement in lower level content, such as like running for regicide,
Oh, wow.
uh,
Cool.
a ton of stuff. So,
This will
uh,
make your like low level irons way more fun.
yeah, way more fun.
Way better.
There
Maybe
is
I'll get you to log in.
there is a graph with 6 lines on it, but roughly from what I've seen, essentially at 99 agility, at all weight levels, it'll be nearly twice as good.
Yeah.
Or, oh, sorry, not twice as good. It'll be nearly 30% or 30% faster,
Oh,
or 30% slower. So it's a 30% improvement.
it's better.
It's better.
Better.
Yeah.
I thought that the green was going with the orange. You guys aren't gonna know what I'm talking about. And I was like, that one's not even good. But it's
No.
the other one.
Yeah, it seems like roughly, give or take 5%, it's around a 30% improvement on the distance you can run at any weight level, at any agility level.
All I heard was it's better.
Yes.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. So, actually, it definitely is. The 30% is definitely at 99 agility.
I think
But
we all need you to find the exact math right now.
no, it's. I was
I was
looking
scared
at.
you're gonna Google and I was like, just kidding, just kidding,
No,
just
no, no,
kidding.
no. I was looking at 99. So
Yeah.
the higher agility level, it obviously is way more beneficial. It's still an improvement at 1 agility, but it's just way more noticeable at
Yeah.
99. Anyways, that is I mean that's pretty much it. If you want to
Cool.
see the specifics, they do have examples of people at 1 agility all the way up to 99, as well as people with 0 kilograms all the way up to 64 being the max penalty. So if you really want to check it out and you're like, is it really 30%? I mean, at 99, it looks roughly to be that.
Nice. I have not logged into main game, so I haven't tried it out yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully, God, by next week, I really hope that I'm playing main game. Did I also tell you guys that I got Herbivore in leagues at like 120, like KC?
No.
What?
Oh,
Robert was wondering what happened because I was like, ugh. He's like, what? And I was like, I got Herbivore.
yeah. I was like, I don't remember if you said it or not.
I don't know. I don't think I did because it's like leagues. But
True.
still, I guess it's cool I got a pet, but I got so spooned.
Also, I just remembered as, kind of a connected aside, to put it into perspective, most people probably have run Bloods at some point, right?
Yes.
Zaya Bloods. Someone, obviously this is a single anecdote, I don't know how true this is, but someone said they do not run out of run while doing Bloods at Zaya.
Are they being graceful and they're 99?
I mean, they could be.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm more detailed because that sounds nice.
Yeah. I was like, even if that's true, that's still
Nice.
crazy compared to what it is now.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have that's it for run.
Mm-hmm.
Just a big update, big buff. Overall, I think it's a lot better than where it was originally, for sure.
All right, moving on to the Leagues 5 reward shop. There are just 2 weeks left to enjoy Leagues 5.
Regs 5 Raging Recos.
Like I'm Scooby-Doo. What was the short I put?
That's how he laughs.
I thought you were doing a horse impression. I was like, why did you do that?
No, that's how Scooby laughs.
Oh my God. That reminds me of a short I posted the other day. I was recording, it was off stream, and I said, oh, thank God I unmiked my mute.
Yeah,
I didn't
same
even
thing.
catch it. Anyway, so Leagues 5 Raging Echoes. Now's the time to check out those last few goals and scoop up the remaining league points. I'm literally trying. I don't know why you're telling me that. I'm trying. I'm scooping currently. Anyway, so on that note, the reward shop will open stores next week with the updates. That means you guys can be able to go buy all the cool cosmetics.
Just so you know, someone did mention that in certain regions, if this is your only league you've ever played, you cannot get enough points for everything in the shop.
Oh, that's lame.
Even if you get every task. Even if you get every task.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
We also have a small update to share regarding one of the league's rewards. During testing, we noticed that the POH portal is actually a bit too big to fit the space and have since refined the size. An image below the portal on the left represents the original concept, while the middle reflects the adjusted version.
I don't like it.
It doesn't look as good.
It looks busted.
It does look busted because why did they move the head to be lower? They should just kept the head high.
They can't. It's too tall.
It still looks cooler than the normal. But damn, their original design was way better.
Yeah.
It's just a lot more inside the portal rather than like ornate on top of the portal.
It's not cool.
I'll still probably use it.
So, there was a post saying that they think the original portal is better.
I like the new one more because it's like new and snazzy. But okay, you guys really
yeah.
How did you only just not test this out?
It's not good.
Anyway, some other small fixes and improvements. We'll go back and forth.
Sure. These are all bullet points.
Okay, so now that you've helped the stray dogs of Faldor find their forever homes, we're moving the Christmas 2024 event. The dogs will remain with their new owners. Feel free to visit and pet them anytime. So cute.
Oh yeah. Then we have Zahur is once again making Huasca potions unfinished as intended.
To prevent megascale boosting abuse at Chambers of Zarek, we talked about this the other day.
Yeah, this is huge.
We've changed how unique rewards are distributed. Now players who leave a raid in progress are eligible to receive unique rewards, but if they do so, the reward is discarded instead. This ensures that leaving a Chambers raid no longer transfers loot changes onto remaining participants.
Yeah, so officially megascale boosting is dead.
I don't know what the point of that is, though, to be honest. If you're just going to have friends join you. Maybe, Robert pointed out it could be because they don't want people to have bots join them.
Yeah, it's still a service. You can still buy it for real money.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Okay, reward trading. That makes sense.
Yeah. So anyways, mega scale boosting is actually deceased.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Next week, they're going to announce that they're banning anyone who tries to find a way to do it.
True. Next, we have water jugs in the tomb of a Mascot Zabak fight can now be attacked with magic as intended.
Oh my god. Derek the Wretched no longer deals his max hit on every successful attack after his health has been reduced.
Dude, he was,
Dude, that would have been frustrating.
He was furious. Fix an issue where the Whisperer's tentacles failed to spawn under certain conditions.
The left click tap option on runecrafting pouches will now dynamically swap between fill and empty. Thank you. Depending on their statuses when you have them in your inventory. Using the menu entry swapper for these pouches, you may need to set to fill as the left click option for the dynamic effect to start working.
Yeah, and one of the mods did mention that it will fill and empty even partially done ones. So like if it's partially full, then you'll still have to empty it and stuff like that. So
Okay.
if it yeah, even if it doesn't seem like it's full, if it has anything in it, it'll just give you the empty option. Next one, they removed the restriction which prevented players from receiving master clues for 30 seconds after the last one.
How did they do this before?
No, remember I told you someone made a really big post where they tested this thoroughly and discovered that there was a 30-second master clue
They never
cooldown.
fixed it.
They just never fixed it until now.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, so if you use a master clue, if you opened a clue casket and got a master clue and then opened another clue casket, you could not at all ever get another master clue.
So if you're spam opening your caskets, and now it doesn't matter, but before you had to be careful.
Yeah.
That's so lame. Anyway, increase combat achievement buffs when choosing how many Barrows brothers to kill for a boss slayer task, so that the maximum is always a multiple of 6.
Yep.
It just stops.
And the Scorching Bow now works for a range of Demon Bane themed combat achievements.
Tormented demons and demonic gorillas now correctly appear in the combat achievements monster drop-down list. Oh, the Scorching Bow thing, was that an issue for you during leagues? You tried to kill something with that, it didn't work?
I don't remember.
Or someone in chat.
Yeah, I think
It
it was
happened to
someone else.
someone.
They also fixed an issue. Yeah, they fisted an issue where pieces of Barrows or Perilous Moons kits would break prematurely when attempting to drop them with the valuable item warning active.
Fix an issue where degraded Perilous Moon kits pieces and free-to-play would delete them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's brutal.
I remember seeing this. Yeah. Also, I think like if you tried to drop a Perilous Moons kit, it would just delete it because it would only drop broken.
Oh my god, that's frustrating.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. That happened a long time ago too. I'm glad
Probably
they
didn't
fixed
happen
it.
to too many people, but damn.
True. Pretty rare. You'd have to obviously run out of membership or something.
And be like an iron.
Yeah. The clothes pouch blueprint can now be crafted with the costume needle without a thread, as intended.
You can now start the Make X process for creating stamina, anti-venom, and antivirus potions without canceling your character's existing movement.
Huge.
Yeah.
You should no longer find that a portal nexus to Centisten transforms into a portal nexus to Ardoin and still takes you to Centisten upon teleporting to your POH.
I think we all had that issue.
Like, well, who is going to Centisten?
Where is Sintis then?
Yeah, I don't know.
What that is. Anyway, you should no longer be told about an elusive reward pile when drawing rewards from the winner tot reward cart.
And when founding a clan with other players, the other founding members are now not guaranteed, but more likely to be automatically added to it successfully.
Love the more likely. We can't even guarantee it. Okay.
So like, if you made it with 4 of the people, hopefully they get added.
It's more likely now.
Yeah, maybe 3 of them. Who knows?
The confirmation warnings for the Plank Make spell can now be toggled on and off via the setting menu.
And now you can hold more bonds in your pouch.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Next up, wilderness fixes. So much fixes because they were gone for so long.
Yeah, big fixes.
Food, potions, and the Phoenix necklace no longer go to the gravestone in the wilderness, preventing unintended access to unlimited supply.
Yeah. They also fixed teleporting to the wilderness via the POH obelisk now includes an additional warning if it's a high-risk world.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. They didn't have that before. GIM fixes. Fixed a bug where the GIM CAs were showing missing points when all duo GIM tasks were completed.
And also a bug allowing the use of the Gommel's Hilt 6 claimed in a GIM account was also completing combat achievements on a regular account after conversion.
Oh, so the GIM completed it. They switched to a normal account and they could still use the hilt.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny. Visual fixes. Fix visual glitches affecting certain basic clothing items when wielding the cursed banana.
And speaking of the cursed banana, its attack animation is now properly displayed while walking.
As it should be. Horns of the following helms now properly align on body type B. That's the Fremy, Archer, Farseer, Warrior, and Berserker helms.
Lastly, they fixed an animation issue where the player character turns around while crossing the gangplank in Corsair Cove.
Just a flex. All right, and they do have something on here saying, have your say. Stay connected with our players is a top priority here at OSRS. We actively listen to your feedback and work together to shape the game we all cherish.
Yeah, it's another survey.
I was gonna get to that.
It's just a survey,
Anyway,
guys.
there's a survey.
Yeah, it's everyone knows
Well,
they do these surveys.
They say every few months you may encounter in-game pop-up boxes asking you to rate your experience with the game. There are 2 cuts of questions: a survey question about the specific content, which varies between a scale of 1 to 5 and 1 to 10, depending on context, and a survey question about your overall satisfaction with the game. The question will appear more infrequently, about once every 9 months. They will only appear while you're in an idle, safe space, so will not disrupt your gameplay. And if you don't answer, you can disable these messages in the settings menu. That's weird. It hasn't happened to me yet.
Yeah, it hasn't happened to me,
Well,
but
you haven't logged in.
well, yeah. But this is kind of weird, but I don't like this.
In-game surveys it reminds me of like when you're on an app and they're like, do you love this app? And I'm like, go away.
Yeah, it's like, rate this app. I'm all like,
I don't want to.
yo, if I wanted to rate your app, I would have gone and done it.
I think it makes a lot of people rate it badly just to be like, why'd you bother me? It's nice at least that they're doing it while you're in an idle, safe space, but we all know that there's gonna be issues next week, and they're like, no, it's actually in a safe space. Sorry, hardcores that died.
And it's annoying to me because they already have this.
The logout screen.
When you go to log out, they have a thing, and it's like,
they changed it so it's stars.
Rate the game 1 out of 5 stars, which is exactly the scale they have here, 1 out of 5.
Rating the specific content, but it's not like you're gonna rate or you're gonna delete the content.
Yeah, and it's like you have surveys that we already participate.
Oh, I guess it's because a lot of people don't participate.
I'm just saying, I think it's too many forms of input.
It's a lot.
I'm like, I'm not working for you. I'm playing this game. I give you feedback every once in a while. That's the way this works.
We give you feedback via our podcast that you guys don't listen to.
Yeah, I was like, it shouldn't be this often.
Yeah.
It should be like, we already have the option to do it every single time we log in. So it's like, let's calm down.
That's a lot. Though to be fair, I've never rated it on the logout screen in my life.
I think I did once.
Because I wasn't sure if it would take you to a link to be like, write a review. So I just never did.
Sometimes, like, I would like, if it was like a really bad day or something, or I got PK'd, I would hit the thumbs down.
Would you really?
Yeah.
It's a meme, thumbs down, log out. You would actually do it?
Yeah, sometimes.
I've never done that.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes.
Oh my god, it's not their fault.
I mean, it is their fault. It's their game.
Oh, geez. That you got PK'd?
They designed it that way. I shouldn't have got PK'd.
Anyway, moving on to the RuneFest attendee exclusive collection.
You have to hype this up too much because it's not going to be available to most people.
Moving on to the RuneFest exclusive collection. I guess.
Kind of, whatever.
It's cool to people who are going. So there is going to be a chance to get hold of exclusive RuneFest 2025 tee and hoodies. Both these will be able for pre-order from now until January 13th. So in a couple days, if you want this and you're going to RuneFest, you need to hurry.
And just to make sure you know, it's not tea you're drinking.
Yes, t-shirts. Pre-ordering secures early bird pricing, allows you to personalize your tee, and unlocks extended sizing. Oh my god, wait, they're not going to do extended sizing after pre-order?
Well, luckily for you, neither matters to us.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of like messed up if someone's like big. They're like, you have to order now, otherwise you don't get a shirt.
Well, the thing is, they will have stock of larger and smaller sizes at location, but it'll just be
super limited.
Super limited.
Yeah. If you want to say your name mostly, be sure to pre-order. If you have a friend going to RuneFest and you're not going, you could always ask them to order this and put your name on it. You could.
Yeah, what all of this is alluding to is you have to be at RuneFest to pick these up.
So you don't get these until you're at RuneFest. You have to physically pick them. So if we wanted one, we could ask them to get it.
You cannot pick this up without going to RuneFest.
Oh, wait, only order RuneFest 2025 official clothing if you have a ticket for the event and you'll be going, as orders must be collected.
Like I said, you have to be going to the event. You can't just show up there because you live nearby.
Like outside, yeah.
You have to be in the venue.
They don't say you can't have people order for you. I would say it's worth a shot. It might limit it to like one per person, though.
I doubt it.
They probably don't have money.
If you have one person going, then you could probably, get one for yourself. But yes, you have to be in the venue. You can't just
ticketed for the venue.
You can't just be there.
Yeah.
So it's just like going to a concert. You can't buy the clothes outside. You have to buy them inside. You have to actually be going.
Otherwise, it's not exclusive.
Yeah. And the sizes for the hoodies are small to 6X, and for the shirts, it's extra small to 5X.
Also, one of the exclusive unlock things is a woman's cup for the t-shirt as well.
True, exclusive unlock.
The design's kind of cute.
And there are early bird pricing, so if you want to buy it sooner. Pre-order. I don't know why you wouldn't pre-order if you plan on going anyways and you're going to get one. Just get it early. There's only advantages.
This hoodie does look cozy.
And also you can add your name or you can add whatever you want to the back. You can add your RSN.
Probably your name.
Probably your RSN, but yeah, anything you want to the back, whatever.
That's cute.
Actually, I think it does say add your name
Or
RSN, name. So I think they're only taking those two. So I guess not really anything, but
you could pretend that's your name.
Yeah, you could just say it's your RSN, whatever.
You could also get the t-shirt without personalization. You don't have to have your name on it.
Yeah. And that is on the merch store January 13th.
Until January 13th to pre-order. Not on January 13th.
Pre-orders close on January 13th. And the price of the shirt is £25 and the jacket is $50.
I have something to say.
What?
They do not give much notice on stuff.
No, they don't.
This was 5 days to order completely.
Yeah.
You know what else they didn't give a lot of notice of? The year in review again. You know what else I didn't get, even though I've been getting emails from them all year? I didn't get my year in review.
Yeah.
But again, they tweeted and they're like, we're doing it in 3 days. Be sure to sign up. I'm like, why don't you guys tell us?
Because they hate us.
Or say something in game. I was signed up this year and I didn't get it. But for other people, I thought they'd do better this year because last year they did the same thing.
Why would you think that?
Because they saw how much people were tweeting at them being like, I didn't get it. I didn't know about this.
Why would you think they would learn? No company has ever learned.
Maybe this year.
Anyways, something else they've
learned with this. It sounds cool.
Yeah,
this sounds all right.
They might have cooked a little bit on this. We have the Varlamore Final Dawn quest.
As well as the Delve Boss and Slayer Dungeon rewards.
Huge. So this is strictly the rewards proposal. You're not getting asked about any of the content, just the rewards.
Yes.
So this is the Final Dawn. It's not ominous at all. In this nail-biting finale, you'll dig deeper than ever before into the murky history of Varlamore and the fate of the mysterious Old Ones. They're old dudes. This Master Tier quest...
now that you're 30.
Yeah, grandpa. This Master Tier quest is the conclusion of the Twilight Emissaries questline, and we'll see you snooping, sleuthing, and sneaking your way across the Shining Kingdom for elusive Twilight Emissaries on the trail of them. What are
the sentence that you said that?
I know, right? You'll find out what their true motives are, and more importantly, you'll learn to speak just like me.
You said it like Yoda for no reason.
Why not?
You read the end of a sentence and you're like, I'm gonna go back and add just a little sprinkle of the beginning of the sentence as well.
Yeah, why not?
A little pizzazz, a little piss ass, if you will.
Yeah, true. Speaking of piss ass, we have a new and improved mid-level weapon.
Mid-level.
Yeah, mid-level.
Mid-level.
Well,
I guess medium.
Yeah, I was like, what mid? You're trying to say mid and med are different. They mean the same thing. So, anyways, we have.
She was the Wicked Witch of the West.
I've never heard of that.
You're gonna tell me I'm wrong?
Yeah.
I'm
shout out if you've seen Wicked. I've never seen it.
No, it's
no, we're talking about Wicked. Anyways, speaking of Wicked, we have a wicked new weapon. It literally doesn't have a name.
It's called a new melee weapon because they said it's spoilers to say.
It's called a new melee weapon. Anyway,
the name is gonna be like the final boss's name's arm or something like that. Just have his bony arm smacking people.
Yeah. Anyways, this new melee weapon is a Master Tier quest, so calm your expectations first off, and I'll let you know it is going to be pretty much almost exactly in line with the Dragon Sim stat wise, but it is going to be a
worse strength bonus.
A worse strength bonus, but a pretty strong special attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I was expecting it to be better than a Dragon Sim.
Yeah, it is really on par with a Dragon Sim. It's even a slash weapon. It besides that, it does have a pretty strong special attack. For anyone that doesn't remember, the special attack on the Dragon Sim is a 55%, so you can only use it once. And it gives you additional accuracy, turns off overheads. This one is actually really strong in comparison. So it's 50%, so you can use it twice. Gives you 50% increased accuracy, so more than the DSIM. And if it hits, 50% increased damage. Really good. Turns your 20 into a 30. Yeah. Pretty good. And on top of that, if the hit is successful, it applies a 10 damage burn over 24 seconds to the enemy and also an NPC within one tile.
It's kind of cool for Slayer.
Yeah, so if you hit for, let's say you hit for a 20, turns into a 30, deals an additional 10 for a full 40, obviously if it takes that long to kill it, and then an additional 10 for a full 50, across 2 enemies.
It's just nice because I mean, it's not just gonna be killing stuff in AoE,
No,
but
right?
it could aggro stuff for you.
Yeah, as a mid-level
That's
account,
cool.
this would be a good addition to your
Yeah.
arsenal. It's not revolutionary, but it might be nice, especially because the DSIM does require you to do Monkey Madness.
I was not expecting though that you have to have DSim's Monkey Madness. That's like a Grandmaster task.
Exactly. That's a big quest. So
I
this
thought-
is only a master.
Yeah, no, I thought that honestly, I thought for a master would have a better reward, but that's actually pretty fair.
That's
then.
why I said tamper your expectations. This is pretty good.
Yeah,
And also, if you lose it, it's only 75k to get it back.
it is untradeable.
It is untradeable. So that's pretty cool. That's the first question. Do you want this in the game?
Question 1: should they add it? And also, you forgot to have the second part. The special attack weapon will say roughly on par with the DSim.
It's not. It's straight up better than the DSIM.
But they're doing the thing again. I wanted to point out where they're kind of playing. They're playing the stats and the special in the same question as should they add it?
Yeah.
Is that one of? Is that a good example?
No, just because that's part of the item.
I'm just
they're
trying
not
to-
like they're
Just
not
trying
like
to shoot the shit with you guys. Just like hang out with the cool kid. I want to say that too.
I think this would be the same if they're all like, "Do you want to add this weapon and tone down the special attack of this other weapon?" And be like, "That's kind of weird." I think this is in line. Though.
I'm just trying to relate.
Okay. Well, if you want to relate, try to say this word.
The Doom of Machiodal. That was pretty good, right?
I
I don't know how to pronounce it, but
I
I
said
feel like
Makaweedle.
Machiodal. Oh, you're making me overthink it. I liked how I said it.
Okay.
You've mastered the Colosseum. You've pacified the Huey Codal. Now the time has come to face another terrifying boss monster, Robert.
Well, you said it wrong. It's the rainbow dragon that you pacified.
No, you missed that. I said the
I
monster is you.
know.
You didn't get it. When the old ones whispered of the new terror that had come upon them, they called it Ostoyak, the under creature. Millennia later, the ancient legends of Varlamore referred to it by another name, the Doom of Machiodal. This demonic creature lives beneath the Teladi forest, rainforest, tunneling through long abandoned ruins. Now, you know what you do?
What do I do? What was I doing? I'm just sitting here, bro.
What you do? You do the Yoda, and you like go back and add stuff at the end and try to make it work.
Yeah.
What I do is I pause and I really emphasize. I said forest, and I said rainforest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
we
like,
have our different ways
it's
of
funny
dealing
'cause,
with
like,
not reading correctly.
yours is like you're cutting into your own sentence.
Yours, you just
You're like
make it up.
forest, rainforest, like. Yeah,
Yours is weirder.
Yeah.
Mine makes more sense.
I mean, it probably is, but it's still funny.
Mid sentence, yo, you know what you do, Robert?
You know what? Before you even get on me, you know what you do? Like, all right. You're like Eminem when he disses himself so that the
For
other guy has
no
nothing to
reason.
say.
Oh my god. Anyway, now the rumblings of trouble in Varlamore have forced it closer to the surface, and it's feeling
Service.
hungry. The cervix.
Okay. Anyways, Michelle can't make it
It's
through this.
burping.
Okay, this is the Delve boss, the Doom of Makaweedle. This is going to be a new boss in a new dungeon. This is
Reread everything I said.
this is a brand new I guess boss system that they're introducing into the game.
I don't know. It sounds like mole.
What? So
Mole delves.
this is going to be a stage encounter. So there's going to be several stages to the delve, 8 in total.
Just like the Huey Codal. You're fighting in stages up the mountain.
Oh, dude, why are you roasting that content right now? Everyone likes it.
I love Huey Codal. That's not a freaking mountain.
Yeah.
They said, do you not remember them saying you're fighting your way up the mountain?
Well, anyways, this is going to be like a chasm, or a chasm of some
Not
sort.
a chasm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything but a chasm.
You're going to be chasing it into the depths, whatever. that
Two
is.
stairs.
Yeah, who knows?
I'm in a goofy mood today.
Yeah, so here we have the delve system. This
Okay.
is supposed to embrace the idea of a quote unquote enrage system. I don't know what that means. No one knows what that means
And
because
Rage
it
is
doesn't
like the
exist.
end of Vardorvis when he gets crazy.
Yeah,
But this guy's
exactly.
running away from you.
Yeah, I'm like, this has
Opposite of
nothing to
enrage.
do with an enrage mechanic. I don't know why you're calling it this, of all things. Whatever. So when Ostoyak is defeated, it will descend further into its burrow, so it actually hasn't been defeated. You're just chasing it. So after
So we're the bad guys.
yes. So it's going to its house and you're chasing it into its house.
Oh.
So you
it's just like
chase
Mole.
you chase after it into deeper levels, and this increases your chance to receive unique drops. These drops only appear at certain deeper level breakpoints. For instance, if it did drop new pants or something, maybe you could only find them after level 3 or 5, and your chances after 3 or 5 for that item alone increases.
It's like Coliseum.
Exactly. So keep that in mind. Also, this does not affect alkables or anything like that or gold. So if you make it all the way to level 8, you're not going to get more
More room plate bodies.
room plate bodies. You're going to get just a higher chance at those pants that you could have still got at level 3. You just have a higher chance now at level 8.
All about the uniques.
Yes. So there is a lot of loot potential here. And I mean, that'll be, you're looking at some big items here. This is content aimed
I forgot.
at combat level 120 plus with players that are either already achieved or on their way to achieving Infernal Cape. So we're talking about
Not me.
the highest echelon of players. That's what this content is for.
Did you know that 99% of Infernal Capes are bought?
Did you know?
Did you know that no one's actually done Infernal?
No, they're all actually done
They're all bots.
by one of the mods.
No, it's a bot.
No, that's what
Mod
I'm
Ash
saying.
is using a bot.
Yeah, exactly. The bot
He's
is
cheating.
ran by the mod.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Every single person you know.
Anyways, we are
Ridiculous.
joking, obviously.
Someone's gonna get mad like,
Yes,
"Arr,
we're
I got my
joking.
cape."
This is content for those types of players, though. That was not a joke. So the Doom of Makaweedle is an endgame boss, super endgame boss.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Deeper levels will obviously increase the difficulty of the fight. So maybe if you're not feeling like you're like one of those players, maybe you can do the first 3 levels. But once you get to level maybe 5 through 7, you might want to check yourself because
think
it will be difficult.
This is kind of cool because it's like, you know, like a wave base, like everything else, but it's not like normal waves. You are actively choosing, I'm gonna go down another
Yeah.
level.
Yeah,
Kind of
you,
interesting.
as far as I can tell, you can choose to stop.
Yeah,
Let's
you
say
can.
at level 6. If you don't feel like you have it for 7 and 8, you can stop.
But if you leave, your reset level 1 instead.
Yes, as
So-
soon as you leave for whatever reason, you will reset back to level 1 and do it again.
Yeah, no stocking up on supplies.
Yeah, same as Coliseum. You're not going to come back at level 5 if you leave at level 5.
Mhm.
So, for instance, as you progress into this fight and go deeper after the enemy, the boss
Into the
will have
cervix.
increased attack rate, smaller reaction times for its special attacks, lingering arena states from previous levels, additional mechanics, and the environment will change after level 5. This results in extra damaging effects that can be avoided and additional fight mechanics and special attacks. So it just is going to stack on more and more things that you need to worry about as the fight progresses.
Okay. Rewards. Should you emerge victorious, you could receive one of the following rewards. Should they pass the poll, each unique will be available from predetermined delve levels with increasing drop rates beyond that. First is Avernic Catalyst and Avernic Treads.
Yes.
You want to read the stats?
Sure. So like I said, big items, these are essentially best in slot boots.
They are best. No, it's one slightly.
Yeah. So the Avernic Catalyst is a consumable item together with the Primordial Pegasian and Eternal Boots, all 3.
Oh, so you have to consume all 3. I didn't even
have
catch
to
that.
consume all 3 to create the new Avernic Treads. So this is with the Catalyst.
They should just look like actual in real life Jordans, but in game.
And they should.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah. They should just put like a jumping RuneScape guy.
Yeah. Like, that'd be really funny.
Like maybe with like a dragon head on so you know it's RuneScape. Anyways, this conversion is irreversible. We're taking the Jordans out of the game. This is an
Wow.
item sync straight up as much as it could be.
Wow, yeah, they've been
3 for
really,
1.
they're really big on the item syncs lately.
Yeah, 3 for 1. It's
Wow.
I think they're really good. Item syncs are very important.
Mhm.
This would include all 3 recolors. So if you still like the red Jordans or the greens, you can switch it to whatever you want for your fashionscape.
And the little bot jumping on your shoes, her shirt will change colors
Yes.
depending on your color scheme.
Not
I'm
only
assuming.
will the Avernic Catalyst, but also the new boots will be tradable. If you want to make them yourself like an iron, then it requires 80 smithing. Besides that, though, you're going to need 80 defense, range, strength, and magic if you want to wear these boots.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
But I
big time.
mean, best boots.
They are. For instance, they have 25 melee defense, 10 magic and range defense, putting them even better than the primordials. All of the attacks are 2 for melee, 8 for mage, 12 for range, putting them
Wow.
on par with the Pegasians. And they give you 1 range strength bonus. 5 melee strength bonus, putting them on par or better than the Big Asian and the Primordials, with a 1% magic damage bonus, putting them on par with the internals.
Oh, so nothing was worse than other boots. It was just on par.
Nothing was worse. It was either on par or better in certain
Gotcha.
regards.
Okay,
so
I
that's
thought
why
one was
these are
worse.
like not technically best in slot. For ranged, this is best in slot.
Cool. Okay.
But yeah, for not for everything. So that's why it's not a true best in slot item.
Okay. Gotcha. Next is Demonic Mark and Eldritch Veil. Ray, to upgrade your best in slot magic cape. This is so sudden, to be honest.
Very sudden.
I don't know how I feel about how sudden it is. Anyway, the Demonic Mark is a consumable item that can be used on any of the imbued god capes to produce the Eldritch Veil, a new best in slot cape for magic offense. Accordingly, there's a hefty boost in its offensive stats at the cost of a -2 prayer bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you like to go over the
They
stats?
also spelled offense wrong.
Spelled the English way.
No, they just straight up
Or
spelled
did
it
they?
wrong.
Where is it?
Right here.
Offense. No, that's how they spell it.
Is that how they spell it?
Yeah.
Well,
They
anyways,
spelled defense that way too. with the
just
C.
after they spelled it the correct way. So.
Well, because that's the sieve.
Anyways, this cape has no defensive bonuses, so it's a straight up downgrade in that regard from the imbued god capes. That being said, it's best in slot cape. Like they said, it's 20 magic attack, which is better than an imbued, and 3% magic damage, which is obviously better than imbued as well. So if you're looking for straight up damage, this is better. That being said, I mean, depending on your build, this will probably be an upgrade, right? Like, obviously,
Is
but
this
it might
Inferno
not be.
cape of mage capes? Or no? It's just an upgrade, but not quite. I don't know if fire cape, if in Inferno everything is boosted, or if it does anything like this.
The
-2 prayer is random.
the minus 2 prayer is random.
Yeah.
No, the Inferno cape is just straight up better in every way. I'm pretty sure. But this is, I mean, pretty close, I guess.
Like, is this the new Colosseum?
Yeah, the
I
thing
don't
is,
know.
this uses the old cape, whereas the Inferno is just straight up a different cape.
That's true.
Yeah.
What about Quiver compared to 8? I don't know. They all have upgrades. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
Anyways,
weird that they're getting rid of the prayer.
yeah,
It makes sense lore-wise, though.
there's no prayer bonus on the imbued god capes, but this one is -2, so technically it is kind of a bonus if you compare it to this.
Yeah.
But it's not that big a deal. -2 is not that big a deal.
It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, it's not a huge bonus anyways, so I could still see a lot of people just keeping their god capes, even if they can do this content. But if you want a new max hit, then you'll probably pick this up.
Oh, this is not the new Colosseum.
No.
I didn't read the second one. Well, the Demonic Mark will be tradable. The Eldritch Veil will be untradeable. So that means you can go and buy the upgrade. Never mind.
Yes.
We know you have a lot to say about that, so let us break down our thought process. Osto Ayak is a traditional boss encounter, not a wave-based minigame. It low-key is a wave-based minigame, though, right?
It kind of is.
Yeah. So the rewards randomly drop rather than being guaranteed at the end of your run. For powerful rewards like this one, it's important to us that nobody feels blocked by their bad luck. Oh, it is RNG. That's fair.
Yeah.
But they could just make it not RNG.
I thought about it too, and all the best in slot items are not RNG.
Yeah. Plus, highly desirable.
Or they're buyable.
Yes. Highly desirable rare rewards are good for the economy and provide an incentive to keep enjoying challenging fights long after you've stacked the rewards for yourself. So this will also require 80 magic to use.
Yeah. I honestly think this is fine.
So whenever we get the Inferno version of the Mage Cape, I'm assuming we'll have a prayer bonus.
I am assuming so as
It
well.
better.
And this is probably the most random in my opinion. Actually, no, the next one's probably the most random. But I do think this is kind of random just because it's not a very strong item considering the level of content you'll be doing.
Yeah.
This is
compared to if you have an Inferno Cape, you could do this.
Yeah, this weapon sits roughly around the same level as Abbey Bludgeon, for example. This is a two-handed Demon Bane Crush weapon. So it's called the Diabolical Aegis. This two-handed weapon has very high defensive bonuses, which is nice because it is flexing a new passive effect, brand new to the game, called Demon Ward. And what this does is exactly like Demon Bane, but in reverse. It makes it so enemies that are demon, they deal 25% less damage to you.
Oh, it protects you.
Yes, and
Oh.
this stacks with the Ward of Arceus as well if you are using that.
Interesting. Oh, you ward off the demons. Okay, then it makes sense.
Very, very literally. So this is a brand new type of item. I do think it's kind of weird. It's 75 strength, 75 attack, and you got to complete the quest in order to even get it or to use it. So if you don't have the quest done, you can't even use this item.
Yeah, it is Demon Bane though, so you could use it at Sire and Serve, and it'll be helpful.
Yeah. So for the full stats, it's 95 crush, which is slightly lower than the Abbey bludgeon. It's 75 melee strength, which is slightly lower than the Abbey bludgeon, and it's 4 attack rate though, which is I think faster. On top of that though, it does hit twice, so there'll be 2 hit splats. Also, if you do kill an enemy that is a demon, then it'll reset your attack speed. So it'll be faster on your next attack. So assuming you're attacking things back to back, that's a pretty nice damage increase. Also, you're getting 25% Demon Bane, which is damage and accuracy, I'm pretty sure. And then, of course, the 25% Demon Ward, which is just damage reduction. So if you're using this at Serb, which I think is a pretty popular melee boss, then this might be a good option. Because with the Demon Bane, it is straight up more accurate and more strength than the Abbey Bludgeon. So it's just a better option over the Abbey Bludgeon. I didn't look at it compared to the Scythe because it's probably worse, but that's just what I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zoned out a little bit with the numbers. You know, I was
Okay.
thinking about the cats we might get.
Okay.
They're
Well,
really
this
cute.
one you there's no numbers at all.
I don't use that out because this one's actually kind of interesting. So no offense
this-
to that weapon. Sorry.
This is the most random one, which is why I pulled
It
my
is kind of
statement back
random.
on the last one.
So it's a thrall upgrade. This enthralling reward takes the form of a consumable, tradable resource drop that will boost your summon thralls. You'll be able to store it in your ammo slot to augment your thralls with an additional effect that increases their overall DPS. When affected thralls despawn, their spirit will travel back through the air towards you in a straight line, dealing a small amount of damage to any enemies caught in their path. We saw how much you loved the axe mechanic during Curse of Rav and thought we'd bring it back. This reward adds a new dimension to Combat in Old School, rewarding higher APM and careful positioning. I know the thing is, thralls just kind of go wherever they want.
Yeah.
Are
Unless they're ranged, then they usually just stand there.
I know. I was like, I feel like, oh, we're going to position the monsters and hope that the thrall doesn't move.
Yeah.
The thralls are never where I want them. So I think it's a cool idea, but I don't really know how that'll work well.
Also, this is irrelevant for a lot of bosses.
Yeah. It's more, I think it'd be good for like Slayer, you know?
Yeah.
It just zooms past you and you have a pile of them.
I don't know why. Just imagine you're like, you set it up and then you're like, 6 seconds or however long, 30 seconds into the fight for like Vorkath, and you're running to the other side behind Vorkath.
And then your thrall follows you.
Yeah, just to get like the 5 damage or whatever the hell.
It will be interesting to see. I mean, it'll definitely not be for bossing, probably like that.
Yeah.
But for smaller level things, that'll be kind of interesting.
Yeah, or if you're using it at like, I don't know, demonic gorillas or something, so they're talking about demons, it'd be a little bit more damage there.
Poll questions. Should we add the Avernic Treads? And the Avernic Treads, a tradable pair of boots with strong defenses, as described in the blog. They will be created by combining Primordial, Pagation, and Eternal boots, along with a new consumable tradable drop, the Avernic Catalyst, available from the Delve boss drop table. Was that combining too much stuff?
No, it's just overly specific. It's
Okay.
kind of obvious. They even said in the blog, and then they described how it said it in the
Just
blog.
in case you didn't get it.
Question 3, should we add the Eldritch Veil, new BIS cape for mage offense, as described in the blog? They spelled offense wrong again. The Eldritch Veil is created by, and then they tell us exactly what they said earlier.
Well, they also specify that it will be
Untradeable.
tradable and untradeable.
Yes.
So they don't really give you an opportunity to vote on if you think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But you can provide feedback.
That's true. This is kind of, because
Yeah.
they're saying the demonic mark will be tradable
Honestly?
and the Eldritch Veil will be untradeable. They don't ask you whether you want those things to be so. They are including it in the question.
I worry that one might not pass.
I can see that happening.
That's specifically, I mean, they literally wrote their argument for it, so people will vote. That's them being like, please don't vote no on this, just
Yeah.
for this reason.
I think it would have been easily passed if they didn't include the last 2 sentences. If they're all like, if question number 4 coming up was instead, do you want the mark to be tradable? And then the next one,
Yeah.
do you want the Eldritch Veil to be untradeable?
It's just that they don't want to commit to, they want us to have like a weird little in between, like Inferno cape for the mage capes. They don't want to commit to doing the mage version of it yet. But I worry that because they like are so wanting to do this middleman thing, it just won't pass, and they'll just have to go back to what's it called? Go back to the board,
Go back to the drawing board.
drawing board,
Yeah.
the chalkboard. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think that one's a little more up in the air if it'll pass or not.
I mean, this is
I don't care about any of these enough to vote, to be honest. None of them are like super crazy, good or bad to me.
yeah.
That one's kind of weird though.
This of all the items, this is the weirdest for me because it is barely better than the previous one,
Can
and
you
this
get rid of the
is
prayer?
supposedly, yeah, it's like very barely better than imbued capes, and only strictly offensively, and still barely.
Mm-hmm.
And also, this is like gonna be top 3 most difficult content in the game.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. The positioning of it is weird. The item itself isn't that weird. The positioning of it is
It's
weird.
kind of a weird time.
I don't really care whether it's untradeable or not, but them adding it didn't help.
You gonna read the next one?
Yeah, so this is question 4. The Diabolic Aegis, a 2-handed Demon Bane crush weapon as the
They really
Boss
do get
reward
detailed
table.
in here.
Yeah, they're all like killing blow, whole thing, the
You know
special
they write
passive.
it's so detailed because a lot of people don't read the blogs.
I
People
guess
be
so.
like, should we add the diabolical Aegis? And they're like, what's that?
Yeah, kind of weird.
They used to say as described in the blog. They moved away from that.
They do. They just say it
describe
again.
it again.
Yeah.
Question 5, should we add the Thrall upgrade, a consumable tradable resource drop, yada yada. They return to and deal damage.
Yeah. That's it.
Not it for this blog though.
Yes, we do have the Slayer Donjon.
Yes,
The Custodes Pass.
Yeah, that's a hostile stretch of rocky ground that marks the border between Varlamore and Corrend. I'm glad because I was kind of wondering like what would be on the border there.
Yeah.
It's the perfect hunting ground for Slayer enthusiasts. After completing a quest, you'll gain access to a new Slayer dungeon teeming with creatures to slay.
This is the dungeon that potentially will require you to get sticks from the new hunting thing in order to enter it.
Wait, what? I don't remember that.
You remember last when we were making jokes about burning the homies?
The cat.
No, not the cats. The treants would walk around and you would offer their homies that you cut up.
Was that related to this?
Remember they said you would get the you would get like an offering back from them that you can use to go into the new Slayer dungeon.
I thought that was just a game jam thing. They haven't had an update in so long. I don't even remember the context of that.
No, that's what they were trying to get for you to enter this dungeon.
They're definitely going to be a normal dungeon.
Also, shout out to the Custodes. Anyone that plays Warhammer 40k, I don't play, but the
That's a thing.
Custodes are my favorite looking of the Warhammer series.
Do they look like these guys?
No, I'll show you what they look like. They look really cool, which is why I like
really
them.
like this RuneScape design. The Custodia Stalkers, they're like weird little elk things, but creepy. I think they look really dope.
Yeah, the Custodes are
I'm on Brave. It doesn't Google search like normal.
yeah, clearly. They're like I think they look really cool.
Those guys?
Yeah, they're like
Oh, Rover, you took us to a long blog.
well, everything in Warhammer is a long blog.
Look at the devil's tongue's like, what?
Anyways, they're really sick. They're like
Look like regular guys.
well, I mean, they're so powerful that like they kind of like decimate armies by themselves, which is kind of why I like them. They're like really really badass.
I don't know
Anyways.
if these little elk guys are gonna be really badass, but I like their designs.
They do look pretty cool though.
They look really cool, right?
Yeah. I do wonder if they took the red design from the Custodes. I don't know. Anyways, they are essentially a cross between a like
Like a jackalope.
yes, like a jackalope and a rabbit had a baby.
Jackalopes are part rabbit, aren't they?
I
Or
don't
do they just remind me of They just remind me of rabbit.
I don't think so.
We used to call our dog a jackalope, so I don't really know what it is.
Okay, anyways, it's kind of like a deer and a rabbit had a kid, and it's more
And it's kind of
demonic.
creepy.
It is bipedal, so
I think that's what makes it kind of creepy.
yeah,
It has on 4 legs, it look like a silly goat.
more centaurish, you know, because it has hooves, it stands on 2 feet, and it has horns and large tusks.
I do think the design's creepy in a cool way.
Yeah, it does have little floppy ears though, which
That's
is kind of
cute.
cute. So you
So
know,
we're gonna kill them.
little rabbity. They are level 54, 67, and 76 respectively.
Depending how young you want to kill them.
Yes, they do have the juvenile, mature, and elder versions.
At least you can't kill the baby version. The baby one just straight is a rabbit
Yeah, it is a
with
rabbit.
demon horns and
Yes.
little teeth.
Yeah, it's a mid-level defense teamed with a heftier HP pool. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be good for AFKing. Who knows?
Okay. They also are planning to add elemental weaknesses. So you can just barrage them
Yeah, so that's cool
if
too.
it's multi.
And our research team hasn't yet returned with the exact stats of the custody stalkers, so don't worry. We're sure they're all fine, but we wanted to give you a peek at the
They're probably
reward.
cuddling with the babies.
Whatever. They did want to show us this specifically, this one enemy, because it does have a special reward.
So that's the Antler Guard, a unique offhand weapon with a combination of prayer and offensive bonuses. It's said to be a complementary piece of kit if you're more confident with nailing your protection prayers, your professional prayers. We want to sit around the same level as the Dragon Defender and Odium Ward without pushing them out of positions on the tier list.
Yeah, so attack-wise, the Dragon Defender will be better if you don't want to do that grind yet, or if you don't have the requirements to enter the guild, then this might be your next alternative. It does give you 15 melee stats, 9 magic and range, 5 melee strength, 2 range strength, which weirdly enough is really good.
Yeah.
Especially how easy this is going to be to get, probably. And 4 prayer bonus, which is really strong.
Maybe you will have to do a bunch of stuff to get access to this dungeon.
Maybe. The range strength and the
That's pretty
ranged accuracy bonus is really good.
I'm surprised by the 4 prayer. That's kind of random.
Like they're
Why is this demonic 4 prayer, but the other demonic was -2 prayer?
I don't
And
know.
they specifically said because it's demonic.
It does come from a demonic looking creature, so
They didn't describe him as demonic, or did we describe him as demonic?
I think you described them as demonic. They
I think
just
it's me.
yeah, they
Never-
just
never-
they just said they're bloodlust
I
and stuff
assumed
like that.
they were demonic.
Yeah.
My bad.
Anyways, that is it.
Yeah. Question 6, should they add this? It'll be a unique tradable drop, by the way.
Yes. So this is it. There is yet again another survey. If
They love surveys.
they haven't sucked enough of your time out of your life,
They haven't sucked you dry.
yeah. If they haven't done that either, then you can give a little more
Your
juice
thoughts.
in the survey.
Ooh.
So that is going to be all 6 total questions, and it took us about
17
like
hours.
40 minutes to discuss it.
Oh, wowzers.
So that is it. Hopefully you guys liked the rewards. I
Here
think
in the podcast, I was like, we still have Q&A.
no, I think the rewards are okay. The weapon is a little weak considering the level of content.
The weapon is weak considering that you're also getting the new best in slot mage cape from the same place.
Yeah, it's like best in
It's
slot
all
mage
over the
cape,
place a little bit.
potentially best in slot boots, depending on
Oh
who,
yeah, and
who
you're getting best in
talking
slot
to.
boots.
And then also
Random weapon.
a weapon that may or may not be good for
I could be convinced.
a little bit.
I could be convinced. Demon Ward sounds like it'd be an interesting passive as well.
Yeah, I could see if it had a strong spec. It has no spec, by the way. If it had a strong spec, I could see it, because it's better. It's like in between, this is strictly if you're fighting a demon, by the way, in between the, Abbey Bludgeon and the Scythe. So it's like, I could kind of see it sitting there. But since it's straight up worse than the Abbey Bludgeon outside of demons, it's kind of weird.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah. I do like that it at least has an attack rate of 4.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And it resets the player's attack delay if you land a killing blow to a demon type enemy, so you can click the second mob faster.
Yeah, so like if
But
you're,
if you're at a boss, it doesn't
doing
matter.
a Slayer task, this could be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really see you
Yeah.
taking this to Serb. You could. Maybe you will. Probably won't, but you could.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Kind of weird. Let us
I
know
don't
what you
know.
think of the rewards.
Yeah, maybe just because we haven't had updates in a second, but it all feels kind of weird.
Yeah. Kind of feel like it missed the mark a little bit. I think the content itself sounds cool.
The boots sound cool.
The boots sound cool.
I like the idea of the boots. So you
Yeah,
don't have to bring
I'm
a bunch
not
of
a fan of switching, so the boots sound cool.
Mhm.
And also,
I think people will not like the boots for that reason, though, because
Yeah.
they want designated, which, I mean, is fair.
I like the quest weapon. Might be the most interesting thing to me.
I think the most interesting thing is those creepy little demon guys.
Oh, okay.
Did you know if you close the tab, it was that awkward cat we were looking at?
I did not know that.
Anyway, time for the Q&A.
Yeah, shout out to everyone that gives us a question to answer. I do love you guys.
Shout out Wraith, because it's been almost 2 years and we're still going through your questions. We're not going to ask one today. We're doing them slowly, and that's okay. That is okay.
Whatever.
You hate us. All right, so first question is from Harger. Do you think this new tournament could be cool? So in this quest tournament, accounts are maxed from the start and have 1 bill in the bank, and it's a race to see who can complete all the quests first.
Who can complete all the quests first?
Complete all the quests first.
I think it's interesting. I do think it would, unfortunately, right? I do think it would sit side by side with the speedrunning worlds, right?
I think it could be a one-time event.
Exactly.
for charity or something. That'd be fun. Because we
Yeah.
were just talking about the doing games fast thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I
I
don't think it could be.
think
It would have to be like a one-time event for sure.
it
And you
would
just call it
have
the
to be.
tournament.
It couldn't be something that I don't even know if it could even happen regularly if they switched content.
Maybe you have to do it in a specific order, or like every time they do it, it's a certain quest line.
Yeah, or maybe there's specific limitations because that would be a very long series of events. Like just to do one quest alone, if it's
Can
like
take a long time.
Morning's End Part 2, that could take a really long time just by
Yeah.
itself. So I think if it was like, I don't know, like who, I'm just wondering who would participate in
I
this.
think content creators would do it just for the content, but I don't think they do it more than once. That's what I'm saying. You couldn't do it a lot. I also just worry because the quest helper plugin, like you would just be cheesing everything.
Yeah, well, I don't think you would be allowed that, right, in this
How would they
tournament.
check it?
Well, you just
Can you still use the wiki? There's a lot of little rules you'd have to think about.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that is interesting. I don't know how they would enforce that or anything, but
I did like Matt's response saying, I would watch that if it got close at the end for sure. Imagine two guys racing on the last quest and it's sheep herder. The one
Yeah.
where you're prodding them.
yeah, I think it would be cooler, and I think this could work. I think it would be cooler if it was a round robin type of event and it was different quests with different limitations.
So you set like goals per quest based on how
So
they are normally.
So you would have brackets, right? Like if it's a
Mm.
16-person bracket, it would be, sets of 2 with 8 sets, 4 on each side, and then eventually it would converge into a 1v1 at the very end. And then it would be like something you could do something silly like be like, "All right, who can do sheep shearer first?" And then you have to like, I don't know.
You start in the wilderness with 0 gold.
It's like the only thing that drops shears in the game, and the only place that it spawns is from Calfight Queen, and you have like a rubber stick to fight it. I don't know,
what?
something stupid.
This could be good for the private servers.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really see how it would work in main game because there'd just be too many ways for people to like cheat and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it would just be too long, and people would kind of just be like,
They'd get burnt.
when things go too long, audiences are like, all right, well, I'll just check back whenever it gets like,
And it's kind of leagues right now.
a lot of people that watch football are like if they're more casual watchers, they're not going to watch the whole game. They're either going to watch highlights or they're going to watch it near the end in fourth quarter when it matters. Unless obviously if they have money involved, then they'll watch the whole thing potentially.
My dad's just very into football, so I'm like, people don't watch it all?
Yeah, if they're very into it, they're watching it. Or if there's nothing on, they're watching it. But like people that are just like at on their computer, they might turn around and like hear the game, hear people yelling, and be like, "What's happening?"
Mm-hmm.
So if things go too long, and that's only a few hours, then they're gonna tune out, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I think maybe a round robin bracket style would be better with the shorter quest cherry picked, and like adding unique limiters to it to one, change it up, and two, make it more interesting and like, oh,
And so they can't like have been training for it, do the
Yeah.
quest over and over.
it's like, how are they going to figure this out? You are
have to think on your
doing
feet.
you're doing Shield of a Rav or something, or I don't know, like you're doing, okay, let's say you're going into like fight Vorkath for the quest or whatever, and you have like trash gear, or you can only use magic, or I don't know, something like that. It's like, how's the person going to figure this out?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be interesting. But if it was just all the quests, I wouldn't watch it.
I think it's too much.
Yeah, I straight up wouldn't watch it, but
Okay.
I think it could work.
Question 2 from Matt on Discord. Currently, tradable items are visible to other players 1 minute after being dropped and disappear after a total of 3 minutes. Which of the following modifications to the drop item behavior would cause a bigger community
Ooh,
outrage?
This is a good question.
So first one, items are visible to other players immediately after being dropped.
That's pretty strong.
That's very strong. Items are visible to other players after 2 minutes,
Nah.
or items disappear after 12 10 minutes. The first one.
The first
one for sure.
sure.
Immediately after being dropped.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be crazy.
Because people drop trade to the from their irons to their mains and stuff.
well,
And you could just swipe it.
the thing is, you have to think about it, bro. You would see so many more things on the ground
Yeah.
because like
It would look so ugly.
every iron's drops are hidden to you.
Yeah, true.
So currently it's like, oh, you're killing stuff side by side with an iron or anyone else, their drops are hidden.
Yeah.
Now everyone else's drops are visible to you immediately. Like, why wouldn't you go over and pick it up?
Yeah, I feel like you move a lot immediately as well when you're doing stuff. You aren't usually there when other people's stuff finally spawns.
Yeah.
Like, you move a lot in this
Like,
game.
this would give you reason to straight up go over to someone like bursting Necreals and straight up like competing with them on PID for their own drops.
Oh my god, if you could just swipe everyone's drops, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, like that would be profitable.
Ugh.
You're not doing anything. You're getting their kills drops.
Yeah.
That would be insane.
Harger and Matt both agreed that one would be the most controversial.
Yeah. That would be crazy.
Matt pointed out it'd suck if it affected PvP too. Imagine if I kill someone with a bow, but someone staying next to him steals the items before I get there.
True.
You just always have a bodyguard with you.
Yeah, they wouldn't even
the drops.
It would turn into not having boxing accounts into having
Like scouting accounts to get them.
into having like looting accounts to just pick up their own dead body.
That would definitely be the most controversial.
Yeah, that would be
That's a spicy one.
Insane.
Yeah.
I think something else that could be good as well would be if you just like if you drop something, it just disappeared.
Immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
Sorry, ultimates. Goodbye.
Yeah, whatever. They're gonna use their
little
Hespori death
thing.
pile,
Yeah.
whatever. But like, yeah, like it's like, oh, I dropped this item, gone. No drop trading,
No.
nothing like that. It's just gone.
I don't like it. No, thank you.
I was like, I don't know which one would be worse because people drop items a lot.
I think that would be worse. Because I've had people drop trade me splits from their iron. There's like, oh, I'm dropping this much gold worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And they would just not be able to do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, nothing. It's like,
That'd
oh,
be
I don't
worse,
have enough.
but they'd both be bad.
I don't have enough room in my inventory. Let me just drop this dragon defender real quick to make
Oh,
room.
now I have to go do
It's
the
gone.
grind.
It's gone.
And I didn't keep my rune one.
Yep, it's gone. That would be crazy.
Yeah, that's worse.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be. I don't know if worse. It would definitely be really high, really close. Yeah.
Let's not change that.
Yeah, that was a good question.
That was a good
like
one.
that. But yeah, definitely the first one. It's not even close.
All right, that is it for our Q&A this week. You want to take us out the spiel?
Yeah, take us out the spiel. Yes.
Take us out with the spiel.
So thanks again for asking your questions. If you want to ask, of course, I highly encourage you to check out any of our socials and ask anywhere that you can find us.
Yeah, so our Twitter and TikTok are Bunebapeosrs. Our Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and Blue Sky are all just Bunebape. I stream 4 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape if you want to stop by and hang out. Hopefully I'll be getting Dragon soon, and then we can get back to the real content, aka killing Scarius.
True. So thanks again, everyone, for listening. Hopefully you all enjoyed this week's episode. Make sure to tune in next week if you
Surely
did.
year in review, right?
Surely year in review. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks again, and we'll see you all.
Very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.